going on, everybody? Today's Wednesday. We're still a couple of days away from the NFL Sunday. More importantly, Sunday Night Football, where the Philadelphia Eagles take on the Atlanta Falcons in a primetime matchup. I love primetime games because there's no excuses. Everyone's watching that game and that game only, and that's where the stars come out to play. So let's get into all the stuff we got to talk about for this Week 2 matchup inside ATL. I'm going to start with the Philadelphia Eagles. We cannot start slow. We cannot come out of the first quarter with 0 points. That is unacceptable. As an offensive standpoint, we have to establish the run. Minnesota last week ran the ball down Atlanta's throats. They barely threw the ball. I think there was a combined 38 run attempts, 25 going to Dalvin Cook, and the other spread around. But 35 plus run attempts right down the middle of Atlanta's defense for around 150 yards and 2 touchdowns. That is a way they were able to control the time of possession and keep Atlanta's high-powered offense off the field. Now, Atlanta is a big kind of splits team. They play totally different on the road than they do at home on that turf field with them fast receivers. So their offense cannot do damage if we're on the field the majority of the time. Now, Carson Wentz is still going to get his, but I do feel we need to run the ball more. We have to be balanced or more run heavy in this game coming out, especially in the first quarter. Again, once we establish that, Carson Wentz can do what he does best and just spread the ball around like he did in the second half against the Redskins. And the offense is going to flow. With a balanced attack of a run and pass offense, Atlanta's defense will not know what hit them, and we're going to be able to, again, keep the time of possession on our side, which is keeping our defense on the field, off the field, and so when they are on the field, they can get the job done. As a defensive side, it all starts with the defensive line. The Eagles' defense starts and ends with the defensive line. We got okay cornerbacks. Rasul Douglas, Ronald Darby, Avante Maddox, Jalen Mills fell down the depth chart a little bit. But them 3 corners, they can get the coverage done, zone or man. But we can help them with our front 4 just doing their job, doing what the Eagles' front 4 normally do and get after the quarterback. In the Redskins game, we sent a couple blitzes. We weren't sending blitzes early, and Case Keenum was eating us, having all the time in the world back there. So we got a little antsy and sent some blitzes, and boom, that speedster McClure beat us over the top. We cannot allow Julio Jones man-to-man coverage. We probably can't even allow Calvin Ridley man-to-man coverage. We got to keep our safeties back, so we have to play more coverage. So that means we can only send 4 guys or 4 D linemen. So we need them to start and end well for the Philadelphia Eagles defense to have success. Again, the corners are not going to be able to ask to be on an island and or cover the receivers for 5+ seconds. The D-line has to start fast and strong. With that being said, some general thoughts. Again, we're going to get a desperate Atlanta team that we're going to Atlanta to play for the simple fact they're already 0-1. Teams that start 0-2 is a really bad percentage to get into the playoffs. Anything can happen nowadays, but they still don't want that hanging over their head. Another thing is that I think Atlanta's going to come out and try to test our secondary. From what they saw Case Keenum did, even though I think if our deep line does their job, our secondary can hold up better. We're not going to send as many blitzes. We're going to need our front 4 to get at Matt Ryan by themselves. But I think Atlanta Falcons' game plan is going to be come out there and test our secondary. I think even though Devontae Freeman's back healthy, they're going to be more of a passing team in this game, and they're going to really try to test our secondary. So it's a big challenge for this secondary to come back up. I know Ronald Darby had an ACL last year, and he was saying on Twitter how it was the biggest rehabbing he had to do, and he's finally happy to be back. I think he can get to being our number 1 corner. He is our number 1 corner, but being back to that Buffalo Bills Ronald Darby, first year Ronald Darby, I think it's going to be a big test for our secondary. And so I'm actually excited to see what our secondary can do after being proven, looking kind of suspect against the Washington Redskins. Now, for the score prediction, I got the Philadelphia Eagles beating the Atlanta Falcons 27-20. And I'm going to go out there and say that we have 100 yards or more rushing. Not one total rusher because we don't do the one runner back. We do like a committee, a 2-piece or 3-piece. But I'm saying the Philadelphia Eagles will rush for over 100 yards and beat the Atlanta Falcons 27-20. Thanks for watching. Come on, Philadelphia Eagle fans. Hit that subscribe button so you can get my videos and I can get input from you guys. I want to know what you think about the Philadelphia Eagles as well to my answers. I want some of your own answers to what you think we should be doing, and we can ride this 2019 season together. I plan on going to some games. I would love to live stream for you, and I got a lot of stuff I want to get with you guys with the Philadelphia Eagles. So hurry up, subscribe.